The earth is changing, impacts are also changing, glaciers are melting, temperature is rising. The changing patterns of flowers, fruits, and weather, devastating floods in certain regions that remind me of old days in pleasure. These days, do we observe more? Or internet timeline is flooded with observations? Are we changing our habits or changing habitats in art?
Hello, I am Gaurav Shaha. I am a BTech Electrical Engineering graduate from Assam Engineering College and I pledge to take sustainable development goals and be against climate change.
I belong to a small village town on the banks of the Brahmaputra where the corrosion is normal from some years. Although the inhabitants know the rise in water level is an alarm to flood in Assam. The dams overflows few times recently with rising water levels in Brahmaputra devastated the economy and agriculture in banks which when turned into normal facts in recent days. It rains when It rains, but with uncertainty around it. The weather changes anytime, and the weird patterns of temperature rising and rainy days change the time and season for the seasonal plant growth and flowers blooming. Although all termed normal these days, and the change in earth. The seasonal fruits are sometimes unavailable these days for these changing patterns of agriculture. But the development in the manufacturing and construction sectors are also rising. That may affect the economy but create decline in other sectors and create an unjudged imbalance with the change in earth and population.
Summer
The
2020.
social media
More than
and
38,000
internet
fires
nowadays
raged
may
across
be
the
loaded
Amazon.
with destructive
Fires that were
graphics and
man-made.
media of trolls
Over the past
and
50
changing
years,
climate
almost
devastations which may
17% of the world's
also
largest
be
rainforests have
reason
been
to
cleared.
estimate the harshness of
And
changing
globally,
earth. Although the fact is
deforestation is almost
climate
doubled
changing
in just
is
5 years.
with earth.
Since the start
The
of
data on the
2020,
internet too
it's
may not be
estimated that
accurate,
more
but
than
an
2 billion
estimate for
whales
the
are
changing
falling from
patterns
rainforest
of
harvest.
rising polluted gases,
Clearing
seawater
forests
level,
reduces carbon
and
dioxide
carbon
levels,
footprint, etc. for
but
the
planting them could
samples
store
from the
away some of the
samples.
carbon already in the atmosphere.
We need to take some carbon out of the atmosphere, and one of the cheapest and easiest ways is to plant trees.
Although are many problems along with the climate change that starts a change in my reactions and actions for the
In
earth.
England,
I started research and joined some of the awareness
As the
campaigns
trees grow,
against
they take up
climate
more of the
change
atmosphere and
during
store it in
the college
tanks,
days. After
leading to
leaving the job
freezing,
for
which
the
ultimately
degrading
causes climate
dust
change.
filters and changing
but it's
weather,
never
I
been a
started
straight
to think
transition to plant.
about the actions
Let's
against
not
climate
forget the
change.
sea wild animals.
Currently, I am a freelance writer, amateur painter, and a passionate entrepreneur, and following the passion to do what I love to do. Besides being rising awareness campaign, I joined some of the networks for climate change action and now being a part of Young India Challenge, looking forward for more opportunities ahead to be the change. Thank you.